other home. The bottom line is just to remember we are walking each other home. Once upon a time, I was falling in love with you, my darling. You take me by the hand and summon forth the desire to be collectively something that's a rekindling in the essence of spirit. Set you free. Humble spirit will always set you free. I invite you to ritualize your day. Bring methods to the madness. Bring order to the chaos. Remember to take space for oneself. When I dream of a new day, the shadows of my past come and find me, always trying to blind me if I don't give into the present moment. Let the medicine guide you. Things don't have to be perfect. They just have to be something with a worthwhile investment in your time. Make like a tree and leave those things be if they do not resonate conspicuously. Be humble, stay grounded, and don't let FOMO overtake the need to take care of oneself. Your friends will always be here and here and here and here and over the two. I see you, I see that love in you. So, baby, I invite you to take a little space for oneself. I invite you to include yourself in all the activities that maybe you once upon felt you weren't capable of participating in. Let go of self-limiting beliefs. They only serve to detract you from what you seek to achieve. If you didn't hear it once, I'ma repeat it again. Let go of self-limiting beliefs. They will not seek to help you achieve all the things that you want to do. You've got to put one foot in front of the other and just let yourself go. Let yourself go, baby, relax and let yourself go. Oh, once upon a time I was falling in love, falling in love, falling in love with you. Well, baby, you always keep me guessing, to the point where I'm playfully floundering like a fish in the sea, a drop in the ocean. Oh babe, just let it be. What will be, will be. What will be, will be. So darling, I invite you to surrender yourself, ground with the nature and enjoy yourself. Dig up the rocks and throw them, just not at someone else. It's okay to get primal. It's okay to be a little aggressive. But just know that we are sensitive creatures. Sensitive creatures. So as you allow this energy to come out, just be mindful of where you spread it. Take time for yourself. Finding the balance. Summoning the truth. To just be guided by the universe. Gaia holding you tight. Everybody has their own message to share. This extension of my voice feels like a download being shared outwardly in the form of a Dharma song. I have high hopes and clear dreams of facilitating spiritual experiences for others. And I think that if you're watching this, and so do you, the bottom line is to let yourself go. Let yourself go, darling, relax and let yourself go. The bottom line is to always be yourself. because everybody else is taken. Sometimes you gotta get shifty. Sometimes you gotta get shifty. Sometimes you share this self-portraiture in the form of a spontaneous acapella bliss. And I think that's okay. I think it's better that way. This is why I'm also a DJ. Because when you have a track mixed with another, and you never heard the others, or those ones in particular, it feels like a beautiful musical experiment. Because that's the point of artistry, letting yourself find virtuosity to become a virtuoso. You may need to swallow some difficult medicine. It may burn going down the throat, but it certainly tastes good going in, and likely you started into a din of a trademark of the beauty that lingers within thee. It's all about letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. Just believe in yourself. If I can share my artistry and it inspires you to do the best you can, well, my darling, my work here is done. And if this spontaneous Dharma concert can inspire you to be only in competition with yourself, well then, darling, I feel like I have started to win the game of life. When you're on your own level, just like everybody else, it's okay. Those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. When we live in a fishbowl society, where can I find the peace within me? You can communicate where you're at, and chances are, rat-a-tat, there are others who feel the same. I feel like a resounding modus operandi this summer has been something of a multidimensional, enigmatic entity, whispering sweet nothings in my ear, and yours too. They're saying you need to stand up, you've gotta fight for your right to afraid to unleash vulnerability. And don't be sorry, be sassy, own it, please take up space, be your authentic self. You will be too much for some individuals. Those are not your people. Find the others. Let them know you. Vulnerably show you. Take the guidance within. We're right back from where we once began. We're just circling, stirring the pot. And in artistry, anything goes. I get grounded with the rocks between my toes. Don't be afraid to take up space and show every part of yourself. It will give you the medicine that you need. If you have a natural gift, the world deserves to see and hear it. This is our reunion. This is a communion of loving oneself. Sometimes you get a little sprightly. Sometimes you feel a little bit mad too. And you feel like a beautiful child. Star child, always running wild. You cannot be tamed. The more they realize this, the more they leave you alone. But you always come circling back, 'cause you know you found your people who accept you, good and evil. They'll always be by your side. Going through things you will know nothing about. Fighting a battle you know nothing about. Going through a situation that may not be relatable, but when you consider that we all experience, are you experienced? We all experience suffering. It diffuses the disillusion of separate entities. Life is quite paradoxically playing out. In a way I seek to, I guess, in this moment, sing about. Because in a way this feels like a fantasy. You know what I mean when you see yourself pausing for the causing of partaking in love, water, engravings, elations. Oh! The wind just blew my halfway out. Oh, it's not letting it happen. Well, I will set it aside. I hear you. You brought that. Well done, universe. You brought that wind just as I was about to tuck up, which made this quite a comical act. Lovely, lovely. And now for a round of applause. And you have to embrace the funny moments too. But above all, be yourself. And if I have the honor of being graced with grandeur of lexicon, don't think there's anything wrong with that. With that, I want to lead you on a sung in tune guided meditation. Are you with me? Are you with me? Oh my goodness. Let's get a little comfortable here, shall we, y'all? We're in it to win it. Thanks for taking this time for yourself, to catalyze these moments of growth for yourself. I feel like little A9 there wants to just chill here while we're having this moment, y'all. So, has the wind stopped? Do you think the coast is clear? I don't think so. I may just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Let's see how this goes. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, friends. I haven't done a solo cast in a hot minute. Feels good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, this space for yourself. You are so loved. You are held so deeply in the universe. I want to guide you on a meditation if you'd like to join me. It felt good to sing and let all that out, and it was like Dear Diary, but it felt so prophetic. So thank you for sharing that moment with me. I love you so dearly. I hope the love that you feel from me reflects the love that you have for yourself. I may sing that outwardly. I hope the love that you feel for me is an expression Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Maybe let yourself rock back and forth on those glorious hip bones and cutie cheeks. And allow yourself to come into open palm in whatever way feels right for you. Let's go ahead and take a nice inhale. And we're going to pause and hold it at the top. And exhale through the nose, letting it all go. One more time, let's take another inhale, and this time we're gonna roll our shoulders up to our earlobes and then drop them down on the exhale. Are you ready? Here we go. Inhale. And hold it at the top. And exhale through the mouth. Letting your body drop, letting yourself drop into this moment of relaxation for yourself. And I think today we're going to do a loving kindness meditation if you're here with me. Thank you. And so I just want you to close your eyes if it feels comfortable to do so. In perhaps a quiet environment where you won't be disturbed. And once you've had a chance to set yourself up in an environment that feels pleasing to your mind's eye, come and join me on the ground. Sitting in lotus, or in whatever position you feel called. You could be in corpse pose. Let the body do what it wants. And we're just going to bring to mind an individual who we have joy and exuberance for. Someone that comes to mind that perhaps we see as a close loved one or a family member. Just bring that person to mind right now. And just imagine how you feel waking up, perhaps surrounded in their presence. And just lean into that feeling. And imagine them receiving that energy from you right now in this moment. Mudita. Unbridled joy, love, chemistry, romance, inspiration. Lean into all that. Imagine looking into their eyes as you share this energy with them. Imagine them receiving it, how they interpret it, sharing a smile together, catalyzing inspiration for new growth in the future and in the present moment. And then we're going to imagine that this is a thought bubble. And back here, within Shakti, the spirit that resides in this backbone, share that beautiful moment with the loved one. Now we're going to bring to mind somebody that we may have a neutral connection with, perhaps somebody that helped us at the cash register, somebody who held the door open for us, somebody who hasn't really crossed our minds until this moment once again. Somebody we have a neutral affinity for, someone who may be thought of as an acquaintance, perhaps a neighbor, or perhaps a distant family member or relative, or perhaps someone who has dearly departed with us. It's very open to interpretation. And I want you to summon up all the love and beautiful feelings and emotions and energy that you can, deep within your Taurus, deep within your heart, deep within your spirit, deep within that collective frequency. And just like you did with the loved one, imagine sharing this moment of mudita with this individual who you may not be well acquainted with, but sharing this moment where you're both looking each other in the eyes and just smiling, perhaps just smiling with your eyes. It's just those little moments that count. And as you're expressing this, how are they receiving it? How do they feel about this expression of your energy outward towards them? And give yourself a moment to just relax into sharing that moment with them. And just like the other thought bubble, we're gonna pop this one too and move back into Shakti. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Hold it at the top. Exhale. Letting it all go. And now we're going to bring to mind somebody who we may feel a certain way about. We may have felt like at points we were spitting fire with one another. At points there was that dissonance. It was undeniable. Perhaps we felt disrespected by this individual. Perhaps they felt disrespected by us. It was a chaotic moment that led to this feeling. And this is unintegrated patterns of the past that haven't been talked about perhaps since that moment. And we're going to challenge ourselves to express mudita for that individual right now. We've warmed ourselves up by focusing on the loved one and then the acquaintance. And now somebody who feels maybe like an enemy. Somebody who feels like they're out to get us. They want to cause us harm in some way. And instead of questioning why, we're going to bring our focus back to expressing joy through the pain and sorrow. And strengthening our self-resilience. Firing up synapses in the brain that may not have existed before. Challenging ourselves to go deep into our shadow work. Letting go of judgment. Instead, let's merely observe from the Shakti perspective. May need a Boltok for this part, friends, and if you feel called, feel free to roll up a spliff or smoke a little bit of a ciggy or have a joint or a blunt or smoke a bowl alongside me, whatever you feel called to do if you need to add this to your ritual, because sometimes while we're processing these things, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. So I'm gonna have one more little baby bull toke here. And it's in this moment that I feel like I can define myself as a Dharma coach. And by sharing these moments with you, it allows you to transcend the bullshit. And let's come back to the breath. Take a nice inhale. And hold it at the top. And exhale. Through the nose. Letting it all go. And if you feel called to donate to the endeavor of keeping this going, I will share a Venmo link below. And if you flip from this to the next page, there's a QR code. And now let's close our eyes once again if it feels comfortable to do so. And now once again, bring that individual to mind. Bring the one you've been moving in troubled waters with. Or perhaps it's a new individual after we shared that ritualistic moment. And that's fine. Let it be. What will be, will be. Let go of the questioning mind. And here we see the face of this individual. And instead of being a way of judging the situation or how we feel, we're going to take everything we have within us to cultivate love and joy and express that to this individual. Perhaps not to the capacity that we could share with the loved one or even the acquaintance, and that's okay. The important thing is that we're taking this time to actually express it and rewire the brain and alter our traits for the better. Just imagine looking in their eyes and allowing yourself to smile with your eyes. If perhaps you can't bring yourself to smile in other ways. And imagine them receiving it wordlessly, fully present with you in that moment. And then there's a certain understanding that occurs between you two that may not have existed before. And it creates a sense of connection instead of dissonance. It creates a sense of self-autonomy instead of vengeance. And you share this moment with them as long as you need to, sweet friend. Let the medicine work its magic. Let it move through you. Move that energy, BB. And now what I wish for you, sweet friend, as we pop that bubble as well. And here we are, whoosh, back in the present moment. That the next time you encounter the loved one, or the acquaintance, or someone who felt like a enemy, frenemy of some sort, the next time you encounter these individuals, may they and you experience in that moment in time, which is so fleeting in the grand scheme of things, mudita, unbridled joy, and rekindle anything that was creating some sense of loss or suffering. And I do not seek to proselytize, I seek to go where the help is needed. And I hope that this inspires you to do the same. To show up, to be of service to others, to find yourself in the service of others, to express gratitude in every moment that feels right, that feels appropriate. And I dream of one day sharing this to a congregation of 1,000 Dharma souls as we're all sitting in lotus together, meditating for hours and hours and hours. In this collective frequency, in this consciousness, in this state of being where the energy is palpable and everybody is finding themselves again and again and again and again and again. And isn't it interesting that the Buddha understood 5,000 years ago what we are now learning within the lab at Berkeley and all of these research institutions across the globe? When you see that a seasoned yogi who has at least 10,000 hours of meditation experience within their repertoire can be asked to meditate as they're hooked up to an EEG scan. And before they're even instructed to meditate, they're emitting gamma waves, which is the highest brainwave frequency. And by allowing ourselves to express mudita for these individuals in this meditation, and allowing ourselves to go deep into our self-reflection, that's how we alter our traits for the better. That's how we catalyze growth and inspiration and love and romance in a way where we feel like boundaries are being mindfully respected. And there have been times where I could share some medicine and it may not be well received, and that's okay. That's okay. Because for the other 20 times that it's shared, it's taken with reverence and grace. And then that individual is reaching out to me later talking about how that resource helped them transform. Because if I've been through the mucky muck and I've found a way out, let me share those resources while I'm still here. Our time here on earth is very short in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? And again, I want to thank you so much for taking this time for yourself, for humbling yourself, for getting in touch with yourself, for taking space for oneself. And if you feel called to donate to this mission of spreading this medicine where it needs to be shared, feel free to donate to the Venmo cause. And I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you exist on the planet. I hope you feel that same way about yourself. And if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one consultation to go deep into your own story in a safe space with somebody who's clinically trained to handle these situations, feel free to reach out. My door is always open. And I offer a sliding scale donation. I need to be able to clothe myself and take care of myself. And unfortunately, we need monetary things to make that happen. But if you have the means to do so, and you're seeking this transformation, and you would like some help in that avenue of your life, do not hesitate to reach out. And I think with that being said, we're going to call it a day on this one.